Bang, let's get it. I got 8 MLB player props with an 80% hit rate or higher. Boba Shat. We're going to start off with Boba Shat. Over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Now, I said 80% hit rate or higher. Those for the trending plays. Some of these plays have an implied probability to go over. And Boba Shat is one of them because Hard Rock and DraftKings has the juice to go over, and it's at 1.5 hit runs and RBI. So the last 10 is only hitting that 60% of the time. However, heavily juiced to go over. I don't think this bitch is going to be on Prize Picks. It isn't. I like Boba Shat over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Next, I got Christopher Sanchez. I got 2 plays on Chris. First of all, over 1.5 earned runs. Is this bitch on Prize Picks? God damn. I looked on Prize Picks. That was not a lot. But still, Christopher Sanchez is going to give up 2 runs. You know what I mean? I take the over. I got Trey Turner to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. He's also juiced to go over by Hard Rock and DraftKings at 1.5 hit runs and RBI. They face off against Toronto. I don't know if he has any barely history. He's juiced to go over, but in 6 at bats versus Francis, he's only batting 167. He does have a home run and 2 RBIs. I still like Trey Turner to go over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. Christopher Sanchez, again, like I said, his pitch strikeout line is at 4.5. I take the over here. We're sitting at 80% over the last 10 games. He faces off against Philly. Toronto. Wait, yeah. And then not a ton of at-bats, but no one's doing really well against Chris Sanchez. I like him to give up 2 earned runs, but to go over 4.5 strikeouts. And then look, George Springer over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. He's hit it in 7 straight, hitting at 80% over the last 10 games. And then that's another Toronto bat versus Chris Sanchez. Like I said, he got 7 at-bats versus Chris Sanchez and only batting 143. I still like the over. It's a hot bat. Let's see what Sanchez does. Alejandro Kirk for Toronto Blue Jays. Over 1.5 hit runs and RBI. He also faces off against Sanchez. 9 at-bats, 222. So you see I keep mentioning Sanchez. I think he gets 5 Ks. I think he gives up 2 runs. And then I got a couple of bats that are facing him to go over. I know that don't make sense, but I'm right. I'm right with the trend. Do not bet these thinking you about to smack all of them. I'm just showing you what's possible. Hit runs and RBI for Bryson Scott. Under 1.5. 90% to the under the last 10 games. It's juiced to go under, as DraftKings and Hard Rock has it at a buck 150 to go under. I also like the under. Doubt you can find that bitch anywhere, but still, Bryson Scott under 1.5 hit runs and RBI. And look, I got Josh Lowe to go under 1.5 hit runs and RBI. 80% in the last 10 games to the under. Josh Lowe faces off against Tyler McGill, and McGill's strikeout line should be at like 6.5. Josh Lowe has 3 at bats, batting 667. What is that? 2 for 3. He has a home run and an RBI. But Tyler McGill's KN they ass tomorrow. Dang, let's get it. Those are the only plays that I found. It wasn't as if everything is over. I didn't get no WNBA plays. The NBA game is still on. I didn't catch a ton of bets today. I didn't get down yesterday, but there you have it. 8 MLB plays. Some juice to go over. The rest of them have an 80% hit rate. Bang, let's get it. I'm ReallyRico. You already know. Let's get this dough, bruh. Peace. I'm out.